Welcome back, guys, to yet another World of Warcraft video on this channel. Today we are going to basically go over what the alt leveling system, or basically what the alt leveling will be like in Dragonflight. And the reason that I'm going over this is because obviously we've made many leveling guides on this channel, but also because we are very big fans of alt armies. So this is pretty important information for anyone trying to be good with professions, any kind of alt army business. So if you're interested, make sure you actually listen to the rest of the video. But before we get into it, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Also subscribe to the channel with all the notifications on as well. And I want to thank every single one of the patrons. This list, I feel like every single time I make a video, this list just gets longer and longer and longer. And it's because, especially on the second tier, guys, on the second tier, my TSM groups are available, which will obviously always be updated, also when Dragonflight comes out. My shopping list, which are used for point blank, sniper, and auctioneer, as you can see running here in the background. That is another thing that's available, and on top of that, soon to be another shopping list, because that one is just for materials, but also you have access to a ever-evolving, ever-updating, basically full document of daily gold-making activities for an alt army. So if you guys are interested in any of those things that I just listed, make sure you hop over on the Patreon and check it out. But now that we've gone through that, let's look at what we have right here in front of us. So not too long ago, basically earlier today, it just say 5 seconds ago, but this was earlier the game. Today it says 2 p.m. Obviously it's 7:30 now, so definitely earlier today. Wowhead made a post based on a most recent beta build on Dragonflight. Dragon Isles Adventuring, new Threats of Fate style alt leveling system in Dragonflight. So basically, if you guys don't know, in Shadowlands we have Threats of Fate. If you don't know what that is you take one character, you play through the storyline like it's supposed to be, but when you get onto an alt, you can pick Threats of Fate. You get some of the max level things you can't really start building before a max level. You get them already at level 50, and you can start building up, like Renown, for example. And also, you get to choose where you want to go. Now, they've actually changed it up a little bit. So as you can see, I'm actually going to go through this. So if you guys, are wanting to listen with us, here it is. Dragon Isles Adventuring, Threads of Fate, and Storyline combined. So they've actually decided to change it up a little bit. So it's like it again. The first time you go onto the Dragon Isles, you have to play through the entire thing. But on an alt, you get here again. Basically, what happens is that you get here, and then you can pick whatever zone you want. You can also just accept all of them, and then just go from zone to zone to zone to zone, and play through all of it. Now, it's going to have a couple of story beats, and on top of that, there's also going to be well quests available, and a couple other things that isn't available on your first level adventure, because it's just a regular storyline. Now, also on top of that, and this is very important, dragon riding is something that you get as a thing while you're leveling, and you can actually max it out day one. If you really want to, you can max it out immediately. And the great thing is, it is account wide. So if you've done that on your first character, you will literally have, the moment that you get your dragon riding, the moment that you get your dragons on your alts, you will have the full talent tree for dragon riding already unlocked fully by the time that you actually get on that second character, which is super great, because that's actually going to make your leveling process so much faster. Because when at the start of dragon riding, it's not really as great. You kind of have to stop flying, run around a little bit, and then start flying again. But when it's fully maxed out, you can go much further, much faster, and it's also really fun. So probably on your first character, it's probably a good idea to get the entire dragon riding talent tree, let's call it that, fully maxed out before you actually level an alt, to make that leveling experience a lot easier. When some of these things are more finalized, I'm actually going to make some videos testing it out. I also want to make a video on dragon riding, since it's so important. Also, if you guys, as a secondary piece of information, if you guys are wanting to level multiple characters at once, if you're using multiple accounts, what actually happens with dragon riding, since a lot of people were scared that you'd have to like fly one character by one character, because it's obviously a little more engaging in the system. You have to fly around on a character. If you follow somebody on dragon riding, you basically turn into a small whelp and then you fly along with them. So if you have 1 or 2 or 3 other characters, you can just put them on follow and you're going to fly along with the main character. Still a little weird on the beta, but that's supposed to be how it works. So that's the solution that Blizzard has put in for people that want to level multiple characters or multiple accounts at once. But yeah, that's basically everything that I had. If you guys are interested in reading through any of this or looking at more updates around this, I'm going to be linking this particular post down in the description below, but also in the comments below, so you guys can obviously check it out for yourself. But yeah, that's going to be everything that I had for this video. If you guys made it this far, I want you guys to type in the comments. I'm looking around. I want you guys to type candy in the comments, because candy is great. Some people like it, some people don't. Actually, you could also say what your favorite candy is. That's a potential. But either way, that's going to be everything that I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until the next one. See you guys!